Hey, welcome back to my channel. Sorry if the lighting's not great, it's kind of early in the morning, but it seems like there's enough sunlight that it looks okay, but I don't know. But anyways, so if you saw my last video, you know that I started Trikafta on Saturday. It is now Tuesday, so it's been, I've had 3 full days of the medication. And so I wanted to update you on what's going on with that, and then on top of that I want to update you on my disability and stuff that's coming with all that. So everything is good news. So yeah, okay, I'll get right into it. So if you didn't see my other video, basically if you don't know, I have cystic fibrosis. It makes me cough a lot, makes my stomach do weird things, basically ruins my entire body, and there's a new medication that came out called Trikafta that targets the root of the problem instead of just the symptoms, and it's had really good results, and it just got approved, and I just started it Saturday. So within, I think I made my video like a few hours after I took my first dose. I noticed I was coughing a lot, which is normal from what I've seen from other people. The first day I was coughing so much, like within like probably like 4 or 5 hours after I took it, and I was like, I wasn't throwing up, but I was like, there was a lot of mucus. Like, I normally don't get grossed out by whatever my body does because I'm used to it, but like I was getting kind of grossed out at the amount of mucus that there was. Like, it was like big hunks and like very disgusting. Like, I don't know how else to say it. But at the same time, I was loving that it was happening because that means that all of that was sitting in me. And I just finished a round of antibiotics, IV antibiotics last night was my last dose. So like, I had already cleared out a lot of my mucus because I was on antibiotics, and I still had all that in there, and I was coughing. The first day, it wasn't as horrible as I thought. Like, from what I saw from other people, some people have a really rough time the first few days. The first day I went, after I made my video or whatever, I spent part of the day with my girlfriend, and it was like I had to sit up like this. Like, even like sitting back on the couch like that just made me cough so much, and I couldn't lay down, and it was like I was almost like, when I would cough, I was almost like gurgling mucus. Like, there was just so much in there. But I got a lot of it out, and by the nighttime, I want to say maybe around like 8 o'clock, 7 or 8 o'clock, the coughing had slowed down, and then my cough became dry, like, almost like a rough dry. I don't know how to explain that, and I was like, huh, I don't like this. And it was before I took my nighttime dose that it started doing this. And I had that happen when I was on Symdeko. I got the same kind of dry, weird cough once because I remember I accidentally took the night dose in the morning and at night. So I had 3 night doses in a row instead of a night, then a morning, then a night. And I think that's kind of what did that one time when I was on Symdeko. But this time, it was before I took my night dose, but I think the night pill of Symdeko and the night pill of Trikafta are the same pill. I think it's just the morning pills that are different. From what it looks like, if you look at the pill, they look the same. And I know they're very similar modulators, so I'm not entirely sure. But anyways, my cough got dry, and I was like, and then the only thing that really sucked about that was that, like, when I would wake up in the middle of the night, and if I had to cough a little bit, it was ongoing, because every time I would cough, it would tickle my throat instead of, like, actually get better. So that kind of sucked, but it was whatever. And then Sunday, I worked, and I was kind of worried, like, oh, what if I can't go to work because I'm coughing so much? But I wasn't going to wait until I didn't have to work, because I was like, fuck this, I want to start, which is why I started Saturday. And I was fine at work. I was actually really happy. Normally, I don't this is gonna sound kind of weird, but normally I don't wear a bra or anything like that, partially because I don't like them, but also because it just makes me cough and cough and cough, and I feel like I can't breathe because it's so tight. And normally when I do wear bras, I don't have regular bras, I just wear sports bras because I think they're more comfortable, but they are tighter, so that's part of it too. But Sunday, a day after I started taking medication, I was able to wear a sports bra to work, no problem. And I think by maybe the end of the day, I was kind of like feeling like, okay, I can really take this off because it's a little hard to breathe. But normally I put on a sports bra and it's instant. And like I'm wearing one right now and it's fine. I don't feel different. So that's really like incredible, because I don't think I've been able to wear bras in like forever, or sports bras, or like, I don't know, it's been a long time, I'll tell you that. So I noticed the second day, oh, and in the morning, even before I took my morning dose, my cough started getting kind of wet again, like that it had mucus in it. It wasn't just a cough. And then, yeah, Sunday the coughing wasn't as bad, but it was still bad. But I definitely, that first day, I had more energy. I noticed I've been singing. I don't really sing normally because I'm sick, and it's really hard to have the air to sing. But I've been singing. I've been like dancing, like when I'm listening to songs, you know. Just like stuff that like I didn't even realize I stopped doing, but now I started doing them again, and I'm like, oh wow, like these are like little things that kind of just like make me me, and I lost them because I didn't have the energy. And so it's like really interesting to see it coming back, and it's really nice and all that. So Sunday, the coughing wasn't as bad, but it got wet, and then nighttime it got dry again. And then yesterday was a little weird, and I think it's from the Trikafta, but like, I'll get into that. So, I'm not entirely sure though. Okay, so Sunday night after work, I had cooked myself chicken and rice, and I've been baking chicken instead of putting it in the pan and whatever, and I'm not 100% sure, but I think I may not have cooked it the whole way through or something. The lighting in my apartment is bad, so to me it looked like it was done, but then it did taste like, it didn't taste bad, but it tasted like, not as, I don't really know, it was more like the texture was a little bit different. So I'm thinking maybe I didn't cook it the whole way through, because basically yesterday I had this weird stomach ache, and I still have it today. And I was Googling, and it kind of looked like it could be food poisoning, and I was like, okay, well, if I didn't cook this chicken the whole way through, that would make sense why I got food poisoning. But then I was also looking, and apparently Trikafta can give you stomach pain. That's one of the common side effects of it. So now I'm like, well, I wonder which it is. It's not horrible. Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, the worst it ever got was a 5. And once I take ibuprofen, I'm fine within like 20 minutes. But once it wears off, the pain is still there. And I'm wondering too, with CF, sometimes constipation is a thing, and I am wondering if that's a part of it. So I am taking some like stool softener and stuff like that just to see, because I think that might be it. And I'm thinking too, like, I don't know, I'm not a doctor and I'm not a scientist, so I don't know, but I was just kind of thinking, like, when I started this medication, immediately my lungs are going into overdrive and getting out all this mucus, so I'm wondering if I had, like, behind-the-scenes stomach problems that I didn't realize were there, or that haven't, like, flared up, but they're still sitting there, and so now that my stomach is kicking into gear, if it's, like, shifting everything around and stuff like that. I was worried at first that it was like a liver thing, but the more I looked into it, that seemed, where my stomach was hurting was not really isolated to where I'm pretty sure the liver is, so I don't think that's an issue. But yeah, just so you know, I guess stomach pain, I hadn't heard other people talk about it, but when I went on the website and stuff, I guess that's a common side effect. So just to be aware of that, I guess, for any of you who are taking it or going to take it. And it's, like I said, it's not, like, severe enough, like, I don't feel like I'm dying. Ibuprofen fixes it, and I'm taking some stool softener and stuff to hopefully move things along, but that's just something that happened with it. And every day that I've taken it, I haven't taken my morning dose yet today. It's about maybe 7:30 right now. Every day that I've taken it, the morning up until the afternoon has been a wet cough, and then the evening into the nighttime overnight has been a dry cough. Not really sure what that's about, but whatever. I've been, well, I mean, I know it's only been a few days, but I have been gaining weight. My scale, so to be a healthy weight, I'm supposed to be right around 120 pounds. I would like to be higher than that, but, you know, I'll deal with that. Like, that's my goal, I guess, for now. And before, I had already been slowly gaining weight because I started taking my insulin and stuff, so it's not necessarily all contributed to, or from whatever, I don't know, the Trikafta, but the lowest I've been, I think, it was either 94 or 96 pounds, I can't remember. I remember it was one off from 95, but still, that's like 25 pounds underweight, and that's horrible, and none of my clothes fit. I felt like I looked sick, and I didn't like it, obviously. So once I started my insulin and I cut back my hours at work and I was resting and all that stuff, and I've been on antibiotics, my weight went up to about 105, and that was when I was at my lung transplant thing last week. And then, like, this morning I just weighed myself and came in at right around 109. And that's pretty consistent with the past few days that I've been weighing myself, between, like, 108 and 110. But that's, like, really impressive, and I haven't seen a consistent number that high, or even just a number that high, probably over a year. Like, it's insane. So I'm really happy that I'm gaining weight. I can see it. I tried on, I know it's winter, but I tried on all these different, like, shorts that I have from the summertime. Yesterday, I'm actually wearing one of them right now just because I feel like good that I can wear them. But they're, like, they actually fit me, because they're like cut off skinny jeans, but even, like, the skinny jeans weren't fitting me because I was so small. And if I wanted jeans that fit me, I had to shop in the girls section instead of, like, the women's section. So that was, like, embarrassing. But it's nice that, like, these clothes are actually fitting me, and I'm slowly moving up in my weight, and it seems to be consistent. It's not just like, woo, and then I go back down and whatever. I'm hoping with Trikafta that it makes things digest easier and stuff like that. Oh, and that's two more things. One, my appetite has improved a lot since taking Trikafta. It's like I'm in high school again when I would eat like 80 meals a day. Because I'll eat, normally what I eat is I'll cook a chicken breast, or undercook a chicken breast, and I'll cook a cup of either white rice or brown rice, and that, like, fills up a whole plate. Like, I don't know if you've ever cooked a cup of rice, but that's a decent amount. And then I'll put, like, butter in it and stuff to make it 1,000 calories and everything. But normally I have trouble eating the whole thing, or sometimes if I do, like, I'm just barely able to, even when I'm healthy. But as soon as I started Trikafta, I literally ate, like, the whole thing, and I'm like, I'm still hungry. Like, am I done? And, like, so I could eat, I have, like, a bag of goldfish, the pizza kind. It's so good. And I was eating pretzels and stuff, like, I can eat a snack right before, like, while I'm waiting for my food to cook, and I still eat all the food. So it's pretty cool how quickly that shifted, and so I think I'm going to be able to eat more, because so far that's what's been happening. And on top of that, I'm wondering if my body's going to absorb it better because of the Trikafta. The one thing that I was wondering too with the constipation, or well, that I thought, or that I think that I might be constipated, I take enzymes before I eat. And if I were to take a bunch of enzymes and then only eat a little bit, that can cause constipation. So what I'm wondering, what my pills or whatever are meant to do is to help my stomach digest it. But if you take too much, it can cause constipation. But maybe my stomach doesn't need as much help now, so maybe I'm taking too many pills. So I'm gonna maybe lower my dose of that a little bit and see if maybe that helps. But not a whole lot, because I don't want to, like, you know, cut it in half and then basically you get diarrhea if you don't take your enzymes and you need them. So I don't want that to happen. But I'm wondering if maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I'm just a CF patient. But yeah, Trikafta is going really well. And I'm really glad that I am, like, seeing the results that I was hoping to see, because I had it in my head, like, this is gonna do this, this, and this, and then I'm like, but what if it doesn't? What if I just, like, I don't know, because there's a lot of things where I think, yeah, this should help, and it helps, like, this much or not at all. And so this is, like, really, like, the fact that I could feel a difference like that is, like, insane. Like, it's just, so that's all my update on Trikafta. If you're interested in how things are going with my disability, I'll tell ya. So it seems to be going pretty well. There's someone, or a company, or whatever, a law firm, I don't know, that is paid by the CF Foundation to basically, like, they do all the shit for me, and then I get disability, because if I try to do it myself, I'll fuck it up. So, and they're, like, located in Texas, I think. This, like, random light on my forehead is really bothering me, but, no, let me see. No. Okay, maybe this is, okay. Let's just go back to the way it was. So, I talked to them yesterday, because I had sent in my packet of information that said, like, the amount of money that I make, the disease that I have, if I pay rent, stuff like that. So I guess what she was explaining to me was a little different than what I had in my head, but it's actually better, I think. So basically she said that, sorry, my brain went dead. She said most likely I will, like, they always get it approved on the first try, and if I get approved, that my disability would start in March, which is, right now, it's the end of November, so I'd have about 3 months until I get it. And what I was understanding was two things that were incorrect. The first was that when I start disability, that they would then pay me back for the months that I missed. And also that when I get disability, the check that I get varies based on the amount of money that I make in a month, because I still work a little bit. And so that made things a little more weird or difficult or whatever. But I was a little bit off about both of those things, but sort of right. So basically she said that while I wait to see if I'm approved, which I will be, and get disability, that I can, so I guess that's called SSDI, is like the official whatever for disability. She said that I can apply for SSI while I wait, and that basically all they do is check to make sure you have under $2,000 in any bank accounts, and then they'll pay you. It's like a small amount, but they'll pay you to hold you off until you get your disability. And that is what is affected by the amount that you work. So with with that she said that basically the only time that my like paycheck or my check or whatever would be affected is until I get disability. So that makes it a lot easier, because I thought it was once I get disability, like every month it would be a different check, but that's not true. It's just up until March, theoretically. And that makes things a lot easier, because I wasn't expecting to have any money until I got my disability. I was expecting to always have to dip into my savings. But I'm going to have I'm going to apply for this SSI while I wait. And she said, based on what I make and stuff, and like, it also depends if you're paying rent or not, and I'm paying rent for now, but then I'm moving into a friend's house and not paying rent, but basically she said that she thinks my checks until I get actual disability would be around like $290, which, I mean, like I said, I wasn't expecting anything until I got that, so, you know, that's for 3 months, that's a good amount to save or something. So I don't know, things are looking well, things are going well with disability, with my Trikafta. It puts, I know, like, she didn't promise March, and so, like, maybe I won't get it in March, but it at least kind of gives me a time frame, because, like, you go on Google and it's like, well, it can take anywhere from 3 months to a year, and I'm like, well, what the fuck does that mean? So it's nice. Sorry, I'm really not liking this something thing. But yeah, it's like, it kind of puts a time frame on things and gives me a little bit more to plan or whatever. So I'm feeling very fortunate, feeling really well. And yeah, so that's all the updates I have. And I'll probably update on Trikafta like in a week or something. I don't know. I'll try to be creative and make like a video that doesn't have to do with CF, because it's literally all I post about, and it'd be nice to like hear about something else. So, alright, but I'm all done.